Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's topic is going to be what COVID-19 taught us. Now this channel is all about self-improvement, getting better, improving your mindset, your view of life, making things better. We're going to go over some things that COVID-19 has influenced us, taught us, things that we can use from the past few months that have sort of enlightened us, so to speak. So I guess we're going to start with the basics, of course. So people lack discipline. So this is something I guess that's been pretty obvious, but this whole few months has definitely reinforced that fact. Most people do not want to do the work. They don't want to get better no matter what. Even when they're on unemployment, even when they have all the time in the world, they will choose to be very comfortable. They will choose to sedate themselves. They'll choose not to do what is necessary, but what they can do to just relax. So people, I guess a lot of them, they don't learn. And they've also they don't understand that to get your immune system to get better, you need to treat your body better, which most people do not do. A lot of people do not. Right, most people, I guess, they don't exercise every day. They're not eating correctly. They're not getting sunlight. They're not getting full 8 hours of sleep. They're not protecting their immune system by getting better. They are eating crappy foods. They're not getting the appropriate amount of sunlight and the vitamins that are needed, trying to play life on easy mode.
Yeah, and we see that all the time. As a good example, we did that challenge where we ran every single day until our gyms came back from the pandemic. So we literally went outside every single day in the sun and ran 3.5 miles usually. And, we feel really great. When we started doing it, no one was out. We were the only people running.
That I saw,
Only people that we would be running. Eventually, once summer kicked in, of course, people started going out and started running. But even when we started, COVID-19 started around here in March, so it was springtime. People should be outside anyway, but no one was out. It wasn't like the weather was bad, but no one was coming out at first. And then people started to slowly come out, but people could have been out the whole time, like how we were. People didn't have to come out every single day like we did. As long as they were out at some point in time, in the sun, they didn't have to run 3.5 miles like we did. That was a challenge that we had to put on for ourselves. But as long as you do at least something, but no one was doing anything.
But not a lot of people were doing the work. And also, we've also learned that people are very easily put in fear. Okay, so when all of this started, everyone kind of started panicking. Oh no, I'm going to die. I got to protect everybody I love. I mean, obviously you want to do that, right? You want to protect your family and everything from any external forces. Of course, I get that. But a lot of people went very far, and they did crazy things. They would lock themselves in their room, or they would just completely quarantine. I guess maybe if your health is super bad, which once again goes back to the immune system, taking care of yourself. Sometimes you cannot help certain things to happen to your body. Like if you get certain diseases or stuff, that's not your fault. It's out of your control. I get it. But there's a lot of people that also did not have any of those kind of diseases, and they just chose to quarantine anyway because they went into complete panic. They didn't look at what they could do. They looked at, oh no, there's a virus and I
don't want to die. I'm gonna hide.
Oh no. They did not really try to find solutions. They kind of just tried to hide from it, and that doesn't really work. And while we were out running every day, I know a lot of people who just refused to go outside. A lot of people have told me that they didn't want to even go out. So I'm not just making all this up. I've had people tell me that even though they were in good shape and they were healthy, they were just afraid to go outside, right? Because they were just put in that fear. And I don't think that people should live in fear. It's just not a good idea.
No.
It's counterproductive. At least if you should at least be doing something at home to be productive, which actually leads us into our next thing that we've learned, is that people are not very creative with their time.
No.
So a lot of people, as I said before, had all the time in the world in the past few months to go create something. They could have written a book. They could have made a video game. They could have done anything.
They could have written something. They could have read. They could have started reading their bookshelf that is collecting dust in their house.
They could have gotten that knowledge.
Yeah, they could have done a plethora of different things. There's a lot of different things that you could have done. For us, we've been running. We've been making these videos ever since the pandemic. We've been pumping out videos and videos and videos. There's always something you can do. We're always trying to be creative, and people just haven't been doing that.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, and people really need to understand that there's so much you can do in this life. There's so many opportunities that you can take, but a lot of people just don't do it because they just go and watch Netflix all day. Or they just waste their time. So there's so much time that could have been used this year to be something better. You could have, a lot of people could have lost weight, which actually brings us into our next topic. A lot of people really just truly don't understand nutrition.
Oh, absolutely not.
This whole time, what I originally predicted was that the fast food restaurants and everything, the lines were going to calm down. People were going to get it. Like, okay, there's a virus. Maybe I should improve my body, my physique, and my immune system. That way I am less most likely to get the virus. But did not go that way at all. I know a lot of people who have gained weight during the virus. They've gained weight and they've gotten even worse. In fact,
every time we would go for a run, when we would pass by a fast food chain, the line for the drive-thru would be out into the highway. It wouldn't even be just a normal line. It would be like 3 times as worse. That is alarming. That is really alarming. And now, especially now that we have things like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, where people can go and deliver these things to you to your house, where you don't have to get up out of your chair. That's also an alarming thing. People will just get these things because they don't want to leave their house because they're too afraid, and so they'll buy these shitty foods and these terrible foods because that's all they can get if they don't want to leave the house.
Instead of focusing on what positive, healthy foods they could eat, they sort of went more towards, oh, I'm just going to go cheat because I have nothing else to do. I'm just going to eat because eating feels good and I'm bored. So that's pretty much what happens to a lot of people. They got a little bit lazy. A lot of people got a little complacent. Now, don't get me wrong. There are also a lot of individuals who have lost weight and they have improved their physique and they've gotten better and they've improved their immune systems. And we know a few people like that themselves. So good job. But there's also like people who did not, and they wasted their time and did not utilize the situation the best they could, which is very unfortunate. People give up too easily. A lot of people just kind of threw in the towel and said, okay, I'm just going to wait this out and just waste time and just do nothing with the time that I'm given. And they wasted months on unemployment, kind of just kicking back, taking a long break. And now that most of this stuff is ending and it's over, and a lot of people are coming back out, I'm seeing a lot of people coming out of this even more miserable, more fatter, bigger, and they're not happy about it. They have not done the work in the past couple months. They've not done the best to improve themselves. Although it's not too late to start right now and get better. Right? You can start eating healthy right now and preparing your immune system to get better. So if anything like this were to happen in our lifetime again, you'll come out stronger as a better individual and you'll be more ready for stuff like this. Mother Nature has a way of weeding out the weak. It has a way of getting out the people who do not serve the earth and distinguishes them. So you don't want to be one of those people. You want to be one of the people that
survive.
Natural selection. We have also learned that most people just don't eat healthy. Sometimes I think, because I'm just used to eating healthy and I'm used to getting healthy stuff at the grocery store. So I guess some part of my brain thinks many other people eat healthy-ish that I do. But I realize looking at all the fast food lines and everything, most people truly do not eat healthy. People waste time. They don't understand the immune system. They don't realize the importance of the vitamins and the minerals that protect them from dangers like COVID-19. We've also learned that people depend on technology way too much.
Over-dependence. The way of automation has pretty much skyrocketed since COVID-19 happened. The fact that people don't want to leave their house, it just makes it so much easier for them to just be attached to the internet and just be attached to these things where they can get food delivered to them, they can get groceries delivered to them, they can get everything that they need delivered to their house, so they would never have to step foot outside of their house, and they won't have to worry about COVID because that they actually never left. And so by that, once everything ends, it's just a big dependence on this technology that can just go away like that. It's not going to be here forever. These things won't be here forever. It's being overly dependent on these things can actually hurt you, not just mentally, but physically as well, by not going outside.
People always laugh when I say Skynet's going to take over soon. I'm pretty sure it is. I think we're doomed.
Yeah, I think we're doomed.
Technology is going to eventually become smarter than us, because it technically already is, because people are just getting dumber. 2020 has also taught me, as a bonus, that people are getting dumber, but that's besides the point. So those are just some things that we've learned and some things to keep in mind. And it's, as I said, remember that it's never too late to improve yourself. So you can get out right now, make some changes, and you can get better. Remember that time can be on your side if you allow it to be. So you need to make the best of every day. You need to take situations like these and understand, and you need to think, what have I learned from this situation? That's it for today. We'll see you guys later. Like and subscribe if you like it. Comment if you have any thoughts. Let us know.